Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Let me know how I sound and how it looks, guys. Can never fully tell on this end. It's telling me it's not as good as it should be. It definitely looks a little bit laggy. Let me see. Things up. Am I freezing up, guys? Let me know how I sound. Anyway, while I'm waiting, Hey, Adam, how's it going, man? I just realized this morning that I owe you another email. I got your second one the other day, or last Wednesday, and I never got back to you. My apologies. You will get that today. Let me know, guys, how the video is. It looks like it's a little bit blurry right now. I may have to play around. I'm still learning as I go with this live streaming stuff. It shouldn't be like that for sure. But you guys let me know. I'm going to kind of look on this end as well. Looks fine on your end? Okay. Okay, we'll run with that. On my end, it's looking a little bit strange, but I'll do one last little check here and we'll get rolling. It'll just be on my end. How's everybody's week going? Hopefully better than mine has. You know, I was thinking the other day that professionally, this is probably one of the most enjoyable things that I do over the course of the week. I really appreciate you guys coming out for these. I hope that you're getting something from it. Yeah, as long as you guys keep showing up, I'm going to keep showing up. So, have a look here. For any of you guys that were here last week, Home Workout Health Club, this is Val. Val is probably one of my very first subscribers, and she wasn't here last week. So if you guys didn't get a chance to connect with her yet, check out her channel. Val's channel has been seeing some pretty good growth lately. You've been getting very creative, Val. I've been keeping an eye on it. But yeah, make sure you connect. Metabolic Conditioning, good morning. Yeah, lives are great fun. As I said, it's nice connecting with you guys from various parts of the world, really. And I was thinking the other day that we've had India, Australia, Austria, U.S., Canada, a few different places. So that's fantastic, and it's kind of nice seeing everybody's, listening to other people's issues that they're having, and a lot of it's the same. And it's kind of nice that you guys are able to not only connect with me, but connect with each other as well, and kind of share war stories, so to speak. And this, above any other time, is the best time to be doing it because it's very busy right now on YouTube. So bring up my channel here. My YouTube studio always freezes up on me for some reason. Oh, it's nice and clear now. Beautiful. Yeah, so one thing you guys will notice is I actually started a Buy Me a Coffee channel. I've got it up in the corner here, up in this corner, I guess. This is something that's non-obligatory, but I never even heard of this until Val, you brought it up a few weeks ago, so I looked into it, and this is a fantastic way for me to kind of add the second tier of this channel. So what I started doing on there is all the things like the right now I've only put a few things up there, but I'm going to continue posting on there. There's a whole membership platform, but there's also a lot of one-offs. All the emails for contacting sponsors are going to be on that page. So if you want email templates on how to contact sponsors, if you have 0 to 500 subscribers, it's going to be on there. If you want a template for contacting potential sponsors, and you've got say 5 to 15,000 subscribers, that's going to be up there. I also posted a company that is interested in having some of you guys contact them about possibly reviewing their products. None of these are guarantees, but these are people that I spoke with, that I told about you guys, and that they'll be expecting messages from you. So a lot of that stuff's going to be put on there. It's just a way for me to, instead of, because it's getting to the point now where there is becoming enough comments that I still try and answer everyone, but I'm not always able to. So a lot of the stuff that I do outside of live streams and the video content, I'm going to throw up on Buy Me a Coffee. So for any of you guys that are particularly trainers who have maneuvered from gym setups to digital setups, this I think is going to be a great way for you to have a second tier to monetize your channel maybe a little earlier. I'm going to be trying this with my workout channel as well, and I'm going to be not posting exclusive content, but I'm going to be posting some actual workout programs that utilize my channel. So if somebody's just looking for that structure of what to do Monday, what to do Tuesday, what to do Thursday and Friday, that will be on there. I'm going to be able to guide them, go to this workout, here's the link, and just put like low price stuff just to kind of try it out and test the waters, so to speak. So something you guys might want to look into, it's buymeacoffee.com, and it could very well be a nice way to early on monetize your channel a little bit, just because I know you guys are putting out a lot of effort with your content, and it's hard. It takes a lot of time, and I mean, for me, I'd do this full time if I could, but I've also got my agency, I've got my children, I've got like all that stuff going on. So anyway, yeah, so that's it. Let's Go Training. I owe you an email as well. We're going to be doing your channel audit very soon, possibly as soon as today. I've been playing catch up essentially since the new year, and yours is the very next one in line. So we'll chat after this session today as well. Oh, sorry, Val. Home Workout Health Hub. I should know, eh? And you started to Buy Me a Coffee. That's great. Yeah, I'd never heard of this until you had mentioned it, but I really like it because you can upload documents, you can upload videos, you can post. Like, one thing that my fitness channel has is a community tab where I can actually post like a Facebook post or that sort of thing. I can't do that here. So this is a way that I can actually do written posts if I want to communicate with you guys on stuff, leads or things like that. So it's pretty cool. I just launched it a couple days ago. Some of you have already signed up for memberships, and thank you for that. And I'm hoping that it'll be a nice resource for you guys who want a little more one-on-one attention. Like the memberships that I'm putting together are going to include monthly audits of your channel, where we get on a Zoom call or a phone call, and we basically look over the channel, pivot where we need to, figure out what's working, what's not working. Just gives you a little bit of additional accountability. But again, some of you are very comfortable in that area. Some of you are looking for a little bit of help, but obviously, you can't spend a fortune on a YouTube channel, but this is a way to maybe affordably have some accountability and have somebody kind of coaching you in the background a little bit. So yeah, that is it. All right, guys, the floor is yours. Any questions? Anything weird happened to your channels this week? If not, I can rant and rave for the next hour. Something very interesting with these live streams that I'm still trying to figure out. I like to be very transparent with you guys, and when it comes to this channel, I'm really testing the waters on a lot of things that I've never tested on YouTube before, live streams being one of them. 2 weeks ago, I did a live stream, and it exploded. I don't know why or how, I'm still trying to figure it out, but it ended up getting me 125 hours of watch time in about a week, which when you're trying to get to that 4,000 hours is very helpful. Last week's live stream, not even remotely close. It still did well, and it still got me probably a dozen hours, but literally a tenth of what the prior week did. And the funny thing is 2 weeks ago, I didn't think the live stream was very good. I was kind of sluggish that day or something. So I've been trying to figure that out. The only thing I can think of is with live streams, I don't know if you realize you can subscribe to live feeds in YouTube, and I think on that particular day I must have made it into recommended videos or something, because a lot of that growth happened over the course of about 2 days, and then it slowed down. So still trying to figure it out. I thought maybe last week's as well was an hour and a half, whereas usually we go for about an hour. I thought maybe that was a reason. I don't think it is, but anyway, if I figure it out, I will let you guys know. Still a very big advocate of live streams and live stream workouts. I think it's a fantastic way to jumpstart your watch time and get up to that 4,000 hours faster. And I'm not sure if she's in here or not today. I know she was traveling or something, but Krista, who has her workout channel, Case Pilates, she hit her 4,000 watch hours this week. She's an anomaly. I was really surprised because she hit 4,000 watch hours before she hit 1,000 subscribers, and I have not once ever seen that happen before. Usually you hit 1,000 first, and I know from my channel, I was over 2,000 subscribers before I actually got 4,000 hours of watch time. It got very frustrating for a while, but congrats, Krista. So now she's basically closing in on 1,000 subscribers, and she'll probably be monetized within the next 3 or 4 weeks. All right, let's go training. I just subscribed for Amazon affiliate program, but haven't figured it yet. I read we need links for the different countries like US, France, etc. How would you manage international affiliate links, please? Yeah, you want to use your local Amazon, or at the very least, you want to use the Amazon that that your base uses. So, I mean, if 40% of your audience is US, use the US one. I think, because I've just recently on this channel started using the Amazon affiliate links as well, and I think it automatically forwards you. Like some of the time I do use the Canada links, but I think it will forward you to the US link, because when you click on the link, it asks you, it says you're about to go to a Canada site, would you prefer to go to your local site? So I think it will cross you over. So you might want to just set it up locally, and then just basically go from there. I think that will be the way to do it. And if somebody in the US happens to click on yours, I think it will reroute them to the proper Amazon, because it benefits them to have that person shop on the proper site first, so they don't get confused with shipping and stuff. And then personal training, I think I got the watch hours first because I did a video that got over 1 million views. I wish that happened to every video. I think it was just luck. Yeah, you mentioned that last week about you had the one video that really just blew up. That's all it takes. I mean, my channel started with a trap bar deadlift 2-minute video tutorial, and that video still is one of my top videos. If you Google trap bar deadlift, it is the very first thing that comes up in Google, and that thing funnels all the traffic. That's really what it comes down to. Like I've mentioned this before, your channel is going to thrive off of 2 or 3 videos. Like my workout channel, really the bulk of the load is being carried by 3 videos, and the rest of them are basically just, you know, they're kind of like my B team, but eventually I've had some of those that start to surge as well over time. So it just takes time, and you're constantly trying to light a new fire while the other ones are fizzling out, because eventually these hot workouts will slow down, and once you have one that's hot, that's the goal, is basically don't try and replicate it, try and create something new that also goes viral. So you either have 2 going viral, or you have one going up while the other one's going down. You don't get commissions if person goes to a different Amazon after clicking your link. Really? Yeah, I never read that, so I'll have to look into that as well. If that's the case, then I would create a US account, because I mean, chances are, I mean, you can check your geography and see where the majority of your people are coming from. If it's not already, chances are as you grow, it's going to be US. That will be your biggest users on the platform. But yeah, no, I never actually looked into that. I guess that's one of those things that they can kind of get away with. Yeah, I'm not totally sold on the affiliate links with Amazon. A lot of people have success with them. I've had no success so far. I have more success with doing direct sales. with things, and that's kind of where my focus is going to be, because rather than getting a commission on a product, I would rather be selling products. You know, and I've got clients that do that as well. I get clients that are kettlebell channels, and they have created their own brand of kettlebell gloves, and they sell them direct. Things like that, I think, are smarter. You have to make an investment, obviously, to get a little bit of stock, but certainly there's much more profit in that in the long term, as opposed to, you know, guiding traffic to Amazon and then them cutting you out of sales if they go, you know, stuff like that. And it's hard to keep up with that stuff, and I just don't need the headaches from it. So I've got it set up, but over time I'll be much more progressively thinking about direct sales of stuff. You know, go through, what's it called, Alibaba or whatever that thing is, where you, AliExpress, where you can get products and brand them with your own brand and start selling them. And really, the thing with a lot of these companies is they don't, and the thing with a lot of you guys, you don't realize the value in your audience. You know, a lot of these companies, and I've worked for companies like this, where they, you know, they badly want to tap into somebody else's audience, but then they nickel and dime them on payments and commissions and stuff like that. And the reality is that you guys have the power, not them. They need your audience. And whether your audience is 200 people or 2 million people, that's all sales. And they've got quotas just like everybody else. So always, never underestimate your audience. And I've seen people that had audiences of 300 or 400 that were very motivated audiences, that were very connected with their instructor, and they would buy things off that instructor or take their recommendations, as opposed to people I've seen with 40 or 50,000 followers who couldn't sell anything to them because they're not following them for that reason. So yeah, definitely value your audience no matter how big it is. Everybody subscribing, everybody, that's great. Residual value of these live streams. Good morning, Annaline. Can I mention Epidemic Sound is maybe helpful to everyone? I love it. Yeah, I did a video on Epidemic Sound as well, and again, one of those things that it got a shotgun full of views of it for some reason. I've been using music for years, and I've gone through different phases. When I first started making fitness DVDs, I can remember one video in particular that I did. It was a 3-disc set, and I spent $11,000 for music rights. And I did a video about that, which is on this channel. If you go back, I think it's called Regan's F Up Rewind of the Week. It's kind of a fun learning experience that I went through. It was a video that I spent $50,000 on. I suddenly thought I was a big time fitness video director, and I spent a lot of money. Anyhow, over the years, all these new ways of getting music have come out, just with, you know, the digital platforms that are available now. And I've used music, like my channel, I don't use music, but for clients, I have used music, the no copyright stuff on YouTube. I've purchased individual tracks from Premium Beats, from Audio Blocks. There's different ones out there. The best one that I've seen to date is Epidemic Sound, as far as music quality. One of the reasons I don't like using music in my own channel is there's not a lot of good music out there when it comes to these generic music, you know, platforms where you can download and you pay one lump sum and you have the license for it. A lot of it is just really generic beats, and it's not good. And I would rather people have the ability to treat it like a gym workout, crank up AC/DC or whatever floats their boat, and go out and do the workout. And I've got the sound cues in there, and I've got the ambient sound, and all I got to do is just treat it like a normal workout, which a lot of people are looking for right now. But if I had to, and for other projects I do, and other commercials and vlog things and that, I use Epidemic Sound. I've got a membership because it's real artists and it's real music, and it's very good. So definitely, if you guys are thinking of something like that, I would check out Epidemic Sound, do some comparables, but as far as the price for what you're getting, it's very good, and it's one of those things that does up your production quality, and it does protect your channel, because when you get monetized, what happens oftentimes, and I've had this happen with people that do royalty-free music on YouTube, and they allow you to use it if you just tag them in your video or something. Some of them come back later, and they will end up doing like a copyright thing where they get the money that comes through your channel. So they're allowing you to use it, but there's still, it's a play on words. They're still actually pulling the money from your work. So be careful with that. I've actually deleted videos as opposed to paying people just at spite. But so at least with Epidemic Sound or any of those services, you're paying one annual fee. You're getting a large variety of tracks. It's always growing. People are adding new tracks, and you're able to basically keep your channel, from no copyright hits. And when you do get monetized, all those back videos will get monetized. You'll have no issues with music. I think what you can actually do with Epidemic Sound, which is kind of cool, is you can put in your YouTube channel right there in your profile, so they know that it's not even a matter of you might get like one accidental one early on, but they don't go after anything on that channel because they know that channel is part of their system. So, morning, Amy. Just join. Amy, is this your first time in here? I know you and I have chatted back and forth in comments. I can't remember if you've been in the actual live stream before. If not, welcome. Glad you were able to make it. And in personal training, I'd rather sell my own branded products. Could be good for everyone as you can get your brand out there more. Yeah, and I mean, it's you want to be giving good quality stuff to your audience, but realistically, it's like treat it like a business. Buy some stuff that's good quality, even if it doesn't have your brand name on it. You're still able to, because a lot of the times people want to support your channel because you're their guy or you're their girl, and they'd rather buy from you a small personal training brand as opposed to buying it off Amazon if your pricing is relatively the same. If your pricing is going to be higher, make sure that you've got a higher quality product and a reason for charging more. You were here last week, okay. I couldn't remember. I said I know. I always recognize you when your videos come up. I couldn't remember if you were in the live stream or not. Metabolic, you're using Epidemic. Oh wow, see, I should be getting a royalty on that. My video got you to get Epidemic Sound. Epidemic Sound, are you listening? I want free music. It can be time consuming finding it, but they also have an algorithm in that on that website that the more tracks you pick, it starts to understand what styles you like. So over time it will get easier, because I get that now too. They know the kind of tracks that I look for, and they start sending me links to new versions of those tracks. In this case, it's not usually fitness stuff. It's more so I use a lot of like acoustic or ambient music for film projects or commercials or things like that. There's also, if you were to look up Epidemic Sound even on YouTube, there's fitness people out there who have their own playlists. One that comes to mind is Heather Robertson. She's a Canadian who had a channel, and her channel went from, I think, 100,000 subscribers to over 1 million in the last year. And she has, kind of like a relationship with Epidemic Sound where they probably give her their music for free. But she's got her own playlists on Epidemic Sound, which are going to be fitness music. So in some cases, you might be able to follow different instructors who are in the same genre as you and piggyback off of their playlists to save you time when it comes to pulling music. Because I've been there too with clients' fitness videos, trying to find good music tracks and having to sift through like literally dozens of them to try and find one, and it's not fun. Morning, FYT Life. Yeah, Epidemic Sound seems to be the go-to now. I've used Audio Blocks. I didn't find their music very good. Premium Beats is good, but it's one-off stuff where you're paying anywhere from $50 to like $99. The most I've ever paid off one of those sites for a song was I think a couple $1,000s, but it was for a commercial and I wasn't paying for it. So, but definitely when you get into that kind of money, and I've also spoken with companies who represent real artists for getting like known music for different things like that. Like that's when you get into the complicated licensing deals. But that was really interesting because it's funny to see what songs are super expensive and what songs aren't, and things like that. Like it's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know Epidemic has an ambassador program either. I guess I should be in it because I've given them a sale. And I've done a video on it, so there you go. I wonder if I post that video on Instagram and tag them in it, if they'll see it and offer me something. That's good to know, though. Any little thing you guys can do to bring in a few pennies here and there, like I recommend doing it. I don't think it's great to solicit people for money, but if you're offering value, and again, like I think it's we talked about this last week, I think it's an easy transition if a lot of the people that are on your YouTube channel are locals who are used to training with you in person at a gym and can't right now because they're conditioned to pay you and they're also conditioned to support you. So if you offer something and just say like, hey, I've got a buy me a coffee account and no obligation if you guys want to, it just, because what happens with a lot of you guys is the more dollars that trickle in, it just allows you to spend more time creating more content for them to consume. So it's kind of a win-win thing as well. And it's just a way for you to, again, treat it like a business and any little monetization streams you can come up with. Do it. I personally, like, I have more fun with this channel than I do with my workout channel now because I like speaking with you guys directly. I've talked to a lot of you in person now. I've done channel audits for you. Some of you are members now of my members area. So it's fun watching your channels kind of evolve and change. And I've seen some incredible differences in some of the channels over time from just making a few little tweaks. Yeah, and I'm just reading your comment there. Anybody who's in the fitness industry in 2021 who doesn't have a YouTube channel is, I'd almost dare say, not really in the fitness industry. You know, it's so easy to create videos now, and this is real content that does help people. And I far prefer using this platform over Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn or anything like that to connect with people and basically promote my brand. Or this isn't even really my brand. This is just kind of a subcategory. My company is it's 208 Media Inc. and that's actually my main agency. Just fixing something there, and that's where I make the bulk of my money. But if I had a choice right now, and I've contemplated this a lot over the last few weeks, I may make the change to going 100% digital this year. That's what I'm hoping to do is eventually just become fully digital. I'll still do one-off projects for clients, but the overhead of an agency, I mean, you guys can see what's around me here. I mean, this is a fairly large brick loft, you know, and paying for this and all the things that go along with it, it cuts into your profits, and it locks you down to this city, and I'm not able to do a lot of other things and stuff. And one thing that I want to do with my family is be able to travel to the east coast of Canada, which is where I'm from, and spend more time out there with my family and time on the beach and things like that. So the less stuff I have in my life, the more I'm able to actually mobilize myself and move around. One of the things that I'm talking about doing is actually buying a cargo trailer and renovating it into an actual mobile studio that I can travel with anywhere. If I want to do a workout video on the beach, I'll drive my little mobile studio up, set up, film my video, edit it right there and put it up. And so those are things that I've thought of. They're all risky, but I find it very intriguing, and I'm fascinated by YouTube and the fact that we can, you know, literally produce our own television shows in 2021 and put them out there and even go live and things like that. So pretty cool time to be alive, aside from the obvious things happening right now. FYT Life, I'm running into storage issues on my laptop. I use a MacBook and iMovie for editing. Any suggestions? I mean, get an external hard drive would be one thing, and just start putting your stuff on there. The other thing is, once your videos are edited and put up, really save your master copy of the edited video and get rid of your raw footage. I mean, really, do you need to keep it? I mean, I go through that too. I've got 6, 7 hard drives plugged into my computer at all times. But over time, as I do vlogs or as I do workout videos, I take all the raw footage. Usually I'll wait a few weeks just to make sure there's no glitches with the workouts, but then I'll dump it and then I still have the finished workout, but then I get rid of the rest. Because like unless you're using it for something else, you really don't need to hang on to it. The other thing is if you were shooting in 4K, you could always downgrade to 1080 for your resolution, because there's still a lot of people that either don't have 4K televisions, or if they're using, like I know in, the resolution of their computer may not be 4K. If they're not using Google Chrome, they can't watch 4K. So there's a lot of people that aren't even seeing your content in 4K, and certainly those files are much larger than doing 1080, and the difference is not that bad. 1080 is still very nice and crisp. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the comments here, guys. But yeah, worst case scenario, FYT, you can get a pretty affordable external hard drive that's like one or 2 terabytes. It might cost you $150, and then you can store it on there, and you've got a backup of it if you want to hang on to it for a while. But I feel your pain, because any clients' projects that I do, I'll keep their footage for 6 or 8 months after the fact in case they run into problems, and then I usually have to dump it. But it's a lot to carry, and if it's all on your like your laptop's hard drive, then it can make your laptop pretty sluggish as well. Val, you're looking for the ambassador program for Epidemic Sound. See if I can find it. Here it is. That link I just posted, guys, is the ambassador program for Epidemic Sound. I've never looked into that, Val, but I'm quite certain that once your membership ends, essentially what happens is you can't obviously pull any other videos, but the stuff that you've licensed it. I don't think there's a period of time on that. I've never had any issues with it. So like with other, like I've been a part of, if that worked, if Epidemic Sound, excuse me, if they did that, all the music sites would do that. And I've used all these other sites over the last decade, and I've never had, the only ones that ever came after me were the ones I actually spent $11,000 on for, I think it was 20 songs. And I basically went after them, and I won, and I got to keep the music. Yeah, because for 11 grand, I should own that music. But yeah, so I know, I think it's just basically you're still locked in. You have that music for that video. They've cleared it. Once it's clear, they don't go back and try and pull it later. That would be a lot of work on their end, and it wouldn't be very fair. So no, you're good as long as you're a member. Once you're not a member, those videos are still good. You just can't pull anymore. Good morning, Sharon. Good to see you made it. It's good to see everybody's reconnecting. Guys, Sharon just jumped in. She's been a regular with our live streams as well. She's got a great channel. For an independent personal trainer, some of the best produced content I've seen out there. So definitely check out her channel as well. Yeah, Val, $11,000. You need to go back into my earlier videos on this vlog and look at Regan's F Up Rewind of the Week. and I basically tell the story. And it's a good lesson that I learned, and that was actually something I wanted to do every Friday that I might go back to, because I've got so many stories of screw ups that I made that cost me a lot of money, but made me much smarter for what I do today, and that was one of them. Long story short, one of my very first videos I did was a how to use a home gym, just a very simple workout video, and essentially it was picked up by the company whose gym I used, and for I think it was 14 years I got royalties on this video, and it was very primitive. Wasn't I think I spent about $3,000. They refunded me the money I spent on it, and for 14 years this video went in every home gym of this company, and for every copy of my video they made, I got 50 cents US, which is pretty much double in Canada. And then for every home gym that they sold, I got $1 US, and every 3 months I'd get royalty checks on it. So after that happened, I thought I was basically the Spielberg of fitness videos. So I decided, well, I'm going to spend more money and see what happens with that. So after spending $3,000 and getting this fantastic deal that lasted for a long time, I spent over, I think it was $52,000 roughly at the end on my next video, and I still have boxes of that video over my shelves over there. I did eventually recoup my money, but it never really, for the amount I spent, it didn't make me more. And the next series of videos I did after that were a series that I shot in my garage. I had a little tiny single car garage, and I renovated it into this little mini studio. I just put down like vinyl floor that looked like hardwood, and I painted the walls in a nicer color and got all the junk out of it. And I shot videos on how to do stability ball exercises, another how to do a home gym workout. And with those that I spent no money on, I got another licensing deal with a green coffee bean company, and they were buying 6,000 DVDs a month off me, roughly, for a period of time. And so again, the cheap videos I did made a ton of money. The expensive video I did basically was like the water world of fitness videos, and it cost me a fortune, and I never really saw that money come back. So it's a good lesson in, while you want your videos to be polished and clean and nice, you don't need to overdo it. You don't need to go crazy with that, because it doesn't always make a big difference in terms of money. And we're in this obviously for our love of fitness, but also it would be nice to actually make a profit. And if you start spending massive amounts of money, or you're hiring cinematographers for your videos and editors and things like that, like eventually you will not, you're never going to make a dime off this. So yeah, it's a good story. It's worth checking out. It's kind of more in the archives, but actually, you know what? I could probably, I'll see if I can, I'll post the link in this. I'm probably not very good on camera at this point because it's fairly early on with that, but my videos. Yeah, it's back there a ways. There it is. So for anybody that wants to watch it, there is your link. All right, what did I miss while I was blabbering on? Wow, I missed a lot. Oh, you just did a Facebook Live workout sharing. That's great. I'd like to know how that went. No, you can do lives at any time, Sharon. You don't need 1,000 subscribers for that. Question, do I know how to use wireless Bluetooth with a camera or iPhone? Yeah, it's basically just, you've got Bluetooth settings in your camera. You can open that up in your, I have Android, so I don't know the exact setup with iPhone, but you basically go into your area with Bluetooth and you look up for, you turn on your Bluetooth device and hit scan on your phone, and it should recognize another device in the room, and then it'll ask you if you want to connect it. Then you connect it. Usually there's like a little code they'll say to put in, and then it'll just connect the two, and you're good to go. Um, Asan Dia. Welcome, Asan. I'm vlogging my marathon prep and gonna add my strength workout routines tomorrow. Very cool, man. Look forward to seeing them. Doing some of those long form prep vlogs are kind of a cool way to build up your brand as well. Some people like seeing the story of what goes into a marathon or what goes into a fitness show or things like that. As long as you don't make it too much of a pat myself on the back, look at me experience and really show the highs and lows of it, it's very intriguing content, so that's cool. Sorry guys, I'm catching up here. There's a bunch of stuff came in. Asandia Fitness, any tips on which videos to start with? I would just start with a vlog on what you're doing and what you're going to cover, and I think it's important to let people know that you're going to cover the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's good drama. And from there, it's just basically more important than your workouts or what you're doing like that. If you're doing it a marathon prep vlog, I think people are going to want to know the emotional side that goes with that. So you may want to do like whatever work, like, you know, here's the workout routine I'm doing. Here's where I got it. You know, you do your first week of workouts. Maybe at the end of each week, you kind of do a vlog and say how you're feeling. And if you don't think you can finish, you're going to be able to keep up with this, you say that. But then you go the next week and then you get through another week. And that's the kind of stuff that people kind of gravitate towards because they either want to see you fail or they want to see you succeed. Hopefully they want to see you succeed. But you're kind of giving them that little cliffhanger that, you know, like, I don't know if I can do this anymore, or this is a lot easier than I thought, or this is the best thing I've done, or this is the worst thing I've done. Let them know how you're feeling at any given time, and don't hold back on that, because I think that's the more compelling stuff, as opposed to you just, you know, hammering through everything and everything goes perfect, and people just don't like that for some reason. FYT Life, are most people using Final Cut Pro to edit? I think anybody who's on, I hear different ones. A lot of people seem to edit on their phones. For years I used Final Cut Pro. Now I've made the switch to Adobe Premiere, and I actually like Adobe Premiere more now that I'm comfortable with it. It's just got a lot of, the interface is the same, but there's a lot of add-ons that are quite nice to work with on Premiere. I find it's just a better interface. And I know there's people that use iMovie, which is free. There's another one that came up last week. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. That apparently is quite good, and it's a free editing software. I'll know it when I hear it. But everybody out there, let me know what you're editing on right now, and we can, maybe the one I'm thinking of will come up. If you're Final Cut, if you're Adobe Premiere, if you're iMovie, just very curious, or if you're doing it on your phone, I'm curious as to what everybody's using. Amy, I used to work in entertainment, and I paid through the company I worked for in excess of $100,000 to license music and clips. It can get really expensive. $11K isn't that bad for a good track. Yeah, I mean, this is back in 2008, so it's a while ago, but it's not that long ago. The thing that I found with is the music wasn't good. It was as generic as what I'd find on Audio Blocks or something like that, and so I realized as time went on that these guys were just way overcharging, and I mean, I'm kind of glad. Now, they're very nice people. The ladies that owned the studio, they actually sent me, when my baby was born, they sent me clothes for her and stuff like that. So very, very nice people. But in terms of what's available out there, it's hard to compete against these sites that is one blanket cost. And I think it's good for people to know that, you know, back in the day, it was much more expensive to have music in your videos, and now if you have to pay $200 a year to have good music in your videos, it's going to get you monetized faster. People are going to be more attracted to your videos, and it's going to help your brand. So look at $200 a year times how many tracks you're going to pull in the course of a year. If you're doing 2 workouts a week, 6 tracks a workout. It's 12 a week times 52 a week. You're getting your money's worth. You're getting 600-700 different music tracks for $200. Hey Panther, late to the party. Filmora, Annalene, that might have been the one I was thinking of. Best portable mic to purchase. It's made by Zoom. I've actually got it in my affiliate links. If you go Val, to the video that I did on how to do an affordable shoot, I'll bring it up here. Oh, maybe it's not that one. Which one was it? Sorry guys, I'm trying to find here as I go. Maybe this one? H1. Found it. Val, I'm posting the link right now. It's the Zoom multi-track recorder. If you want some feedback on it as well, Kim from Hit Your Goals Workouts, she actually has it as well. Zoom digital multi-track recorder. I'm not sure if that will actually take you right to it, but you can also Google it. Rode Wireless Go. Yeah, the Rode microphones are really good quality as well. Where are we at? Let me catch up, you guys. No problem, Sharon. No problem, son. Let's go. Just started doing intro talk on my videos so far with my AirPods mic. The sound is good. Let's go use Final Cut Pro, WeVideo, iMovie, InShot. There's a lot of different stuff out there. Some of these I've never even used before. I've always been mainly Final Cut Pro or Premiere. Can someone please recommend a camera brand and mic? Still using my phone. Honestly, Val, if anything Canon or Sony, I would recommend. For a lot of my shoots, like I use much larger like film cameras for bigger shoots, but for almost everything else, and particularly if I travel to clients, I use a Sony A7 III. Now that's a more expensive camera, but there are Sony vlog cameras, which are a few $100s, that are very good. And any of their mirrorless cameras are quite good. They work well in low light, which is great if you don't have a big elaborate lighting setup. I also I don't use it as much now, but I had a Canon Rebel T4, which is a very affordable camera. I've had mine since probably 2010. I've used it for some video shoots. Very rich color, very good quality. It doesn't do 4K, but it does 1080i. You can live stream with it, and you could pick up one of those on Kijiji or Craigslist or something for probably $200 or $300. And you can set up an external microphone with that as well. So those are two main ones that I can recommend, just based on experience. My other camera I use is a Sony FS5, which is again is more of a production camera, a little more of an investment. Amy. Yeah, Premiere takes some time to get used to. I had to basically learn Premiere trial by fire because a few years ago when I started working for another agency, and I had always used Final Cut Pro. All of my editors used Premiere. So in order for me to do any of my own changes to projects, I had to learn how to use Premiere, but you don't want to let on when you're kind of the boss that that you don't know how to use the software. So I really had to like storm and learn how to use it quickly, and once I did, I actually really like it now. Just took me a while. Yeah, I figured let's go that link would be broken because the link was actually longer than the amount of characters. So just look up Zoom digital. What is it? Here, I'm going to type it in. Zoom digital multi-track recorder. Oops. Be nice if I spelled it right. So that's one. I use a Zoom H1 here, or is it a Zoom H4? It's a Zoom recorder, but mine is actually a larger one, and I use a wireless mic that I send to that recorder. The multi-track recorder is the size of a lavalier mic. You can hook up the microphone, and you can just put the little track. You can clip it, put it in your pocket, whatever, and all of your audio is on you. So what you do later is you extract that audio, synchronize it with your video, and you're good to go. You don't have to worry about having the audio run to your camera and things like that. So it's just it's nice, it's small, it's pretty versatile. So that would be the one I'd recommend as far as price and stuff goes as well. Circular countdown timers, FY2. We talked about that last week as well. The Canva ones they're very blocky. They just kind of they don't really mesh with the video very well. But you can go to Envato and some of those different sites, and you can download stuff like that, and you have to pay for it. For myself, I actually built a countdown timer from scratch, and I just built it I made the numbers in Photoshop. I basically set them all up in 1 second increments and laid them all out, and I basically used that, and a lot of my work could stick to the same choreography. As far as timing goes, if I decide I'm going to do 30 seconds and 20 off, I'll just pull 10 seconds out, or if I'm doing 40 seconds, I'll add 10 seconds in. It works for me. It's probably a more complicated way to do it, but if you guys are interested in that, I could do a tutorial on how I did that. I just basically made the numbers in Photoshop, and then I just basically laced them out in 1 second increments in its own track on Adobe Premiere. So it's an option, but the nice thing with the way I did it is I could use the font of numbers I wanted to. I could really make it specific to how I want it to look, as opposed to just taking some generic thing. Where are we at? All right, I think I'm finally caught up. Yeah, anybody out there who has timers on their workouts, write in, comment, let us know what you're using. I'd be kind of curious as well. And if you guys aren't using timers, that's a big thing you can add to your videos. That will make a big difference. People really seem to like having the timer option. Just, it's one thing if you're giving them the cues, but I think they like to be able to see it themselves. Kind of when you start getting fatigued, knowing there's only 10 seconds left kind of gives you that little thrust to keep going forward. Definitely something to look into if you're not using it now, because it's nice. I didn't use it at first, and I had people complain, so eventually I did add it in, and a lot of people seem to really like it. So now they complain about me not having music. Good morning, Hit Your Goals. You made it? Val, you just started using timers. That's good. One thing about any of you guys that have, if you haven't seen Val's channel yet, she knows all the tricks and stuff for getting views. I've seen her try some new things. Like I said, Val is the one that actually introduced me on this live stream to Buy Me a Coffee. And I saw the glasses thing you did the other day, Val, and I didn't realize it until somebody said in the comments about having a video that's 9 seconds kind of makes them have to watch it twice to get the view count up, like little things like that. I don't know where you're learning that stuff, but kudos. It's good. And I do look forward to, I did see your logo, Val, and I didn't get to watch the entire video because I was running behind here, but I am gonna watch the whole video today. I'm looking forward to seeing you review the products. If any of you guys are also new on here as well, I mentioned it earlier that I'm starting to use my Buy Me a Coffee account to post any little information that I can't really post here. I don't have a community tab on this channel yet. So I'm posting things like, I spoke to a guy who's looking for people right now to review his product. It's the that portable sit-up assistant that I've got. Not a guarantee that you'll get one if you contact him, but I put his info on there. For those of you that want to start reaching out to sponsors, there's email templates available there. There's consultation stuff, there's membership stuff. So there's a few little things on there that I'm going to continue to start putting up on there. I may start adding some video content to it as well, but that is something we discussed a few weeks ago, so I wanted to let you guys know. Like I've actually got a letter on there for channels that have 0 to 500 subscribers, how you need, basically it's an email template, how to approach prospective sponsors if you know you have an interest in that stuff. Validity software, timers included, but I have to doctor them. Yeah, so it seems like there's a few little options with the timers. I was surprised there's not as many as I expected there were to be. The thing that I don't like is when you use a timer and it has like a block around it or something that just kind of stands out. It's nice when you can put, like with mine, I've got a circle around the numbers and it's semi-opaque so you can still kind of see the full screen. My timer's not anything grand, but at least it's there, but it's not overwhelming the shot or looking like it doesn't belong. You have Buy Me a Coffee in your About section. No contributor so far, but I've seen people attached in each video. What do you mean by attached, Val? Oh, 2 camera shooting. I'll go back up, Kim. I don't see your question, Kim, unless it's really early on. I didn't even see you until, oh, there it is. Oh yeah, I did see you because you were the first one that said I looked okay. The thing. I don't see that question, Kim, and I'm just looking through again. What am I missing? Type that in again, Kim, your question, because I don't actually see it. I've gone up and down the list twice. I see some of your other posts, but I don't see any questions. Just type it in there again. I won't miss it this time. Yeah, Val. I mean, again, like I think with anything like buy me a coffee, it's good not to make people feel obligated to do it. I don't think that's good. I mean, it's um, you know, what you might want to consider doing is going back and looking at some of your workouts and maybe putting together a little structured program based on what order they could do your workouts over the course of 30 days. Like if they're wondering what, you know, I mentioned earlier, what to do on Monday, Tuesday, at least that way, now you've got a product on your Buy Me a Coffee page, and it kind of gives you an excuse to bring it up as well. Like again, like if it wasn't for the fact that I do have some products on my Buy Me a Coffee that people may or may not be interested in, I wouldn't mention it in this live stream. I wouldn't just say, hey, if you guys want to buy me, give me some money, do so. I mean, we want to do that, but you know, at least if you have a product, it gives you a chance to say, for those of you looking for a little more structure in your workouts, check out my Buy Me a Coffee, and I have different programs in there based for different goals, beginner, focused on these workouts. You just put it in there at a pretty affordable price, and at least that way, it's an excuse for you to say it. Like you can even see here, like again, I'm going to, for the next little bit, incorporate Buy Me a Coffee into my live streams and videos, because, and you can see it's up there in the corner, because it just basically allows me to mention it. And again, I'm doing this so that I can kind of report on it and let you guys know how it goes. You know, quite honestly, I was surprised that without even mentioning it, because I only had it up a couple days ago, I've got 12 members on there already, and it's basically people that, you know, they want to have whether it's the audit assessments every month to kind of continuously be evolving and pivoting their channels. I'm going to be posting banner templates, things like that people can pull down, add their own stuff to, and put on their channels to improve the visuals on their channels. So it's just coming up with things that are of value to people. And so you may want to, maybe you'd want to do some live workouts on there. Maybe you want to add, again, just some actual program ebooks, just like little single page. Monday, do my dance workout. Tuesday, do my chair workout. You know, whatever order however you want to see it done. Just giving you ideas, because at least that way you've got some products, and it doesn't seem as much like panhandling, which a lot of these things feel like, even though anybody who produces content for free deserves to put up a Buy Me a Coffee and have people, you know, consider doing it. It's just, if you're anything like me, you don't like to bring it up too often. So at least this way, if I put other products up there, or if you do that, then you've got kind of a reason to mention it to people. Yeah, no problem, Sharon. I'll be adding some more as well. A lot of the things I'll be adding are not necessarily like, call this guy, he's going to send you a product. It's going to be, these people are aware of you, and I have permission to give you their direct contact info to reach out to them and introduce yourself and show interest in reviewing their products. You know, and in many cases, what I do is I do some of the groundwork for you guys. If you are channels with smaller followings, you know, I'll mention the fact that, you know, some of these channels don't have huge followings, but they've got very dedicated followings. They have great content. They're very thorough people, and I know you would get your money's worth out of utilizing them. So I kind of plant the seeds with these people. You guys can reach out and then hope for the best. And it's good too for no other reason than to start practicing reaching out to these people. At least I've kind of buffered it for you a bit. And yeah, I'll be adding more as well. I've reached out to a half a dozen colleagues in the industry, and I'm going to start posting more and more. And it'll just basically be like the direct person's name, email. In most cases, you'll be able to say, you know, that you got the info from me if you want to, if you want that little connector buffer thing. If not, you can come at it like you're just coming out of nowhere, but you'll have the proper person to reach out to. Sharon, my thoughts on the importance of using a trailer on a person's YouTube channel. I do, and also change it up from time to time. I have mixed thoughts on that, Sharon. What I do on my channel is, if you're going to my actual workout channel for the first time, the Trainer Hub channel, my most popular workout is going to be what you see. Because for me, it's that visual of, wow, this video's got 250,000 views. This channel must be good. Because unfortunately, people think that way. As opposed to a channel trailer that's 1 minute long or something. And chances are, when it comes to a channel trailer, people want to see what the channel's about, not what you're about. So it really depends on how you do it. If you're doing kind of a collage of different workout things and you've got text that says, you know, HIIT or for beginners, for seniors, for kids, whatever it is, that's good because that's informative. If this is just like, hi, my name is Sharon and I've been a thing, like, I don't know if that works with a lot of people outside of people that may already know you. So my personal opinion on this would be to use your most popular workout video, or make sure your trailer talks about the channel, not about you. And then for anybody that's a subscriber to my channel, when they go to my channel, I always put my newest video as the trailer for them. So they always see the bigger block of what's the most recent video that's up there. Just my opinion on it. And again, I'm kind of mixed on it. But I think really, if you put yourself in the mindset of the person who's watching your videos or meeting you for the first time through YouTube, I think they really want to know what your channel's about and what your workouts are about more than anything. They want to get an idea of, is this the kind of workouts I want to do? And then they get to know you over the course of that once they decide that they're going to commit to your channel for a bit and give it a shot. Caddy Kill Fitness finally made it. That's awesome. Welcome, Caddy. Good to see you. No problem, Val. Yeah, products and ebooks and stuff. FYT Life, that's, again, these are easy things that you could be doing right now, because what you're doing is you're adding context to your content. So you can be pumping out videos every week. I'm notorious for this. My channel has no structure to it. One day it's a sandbag video, next day it's a kettlebell video, next day it's something else. But what I can do is I can actually break these workouts down, because again, we underestimate what we as personal trainers know sometimes, which others don't. If somebody may go and do one of your upper body dumbbell workouts, and this is a beginner person, they may really enjoy that video. So suddenly they start going back 4 times a week and doing that same video, when realistically they're not giving themselves enough time to probably recuperate their upper body. So putting together like a Word or a PDF file that basically has your logo on it, a little intro, and then a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday breakdown. And even if you're not a nutritionist, you could give them a few little summary bullet points, like, try to have, 3 liters of water daily for the next 30 days. Try and do this, try and do that. Like, I'm a big believer in staying in my lane. I don't think if you have a nutritional background, you should be getting too deep into nutrition programs, but you can give them some bullet point, just simple things they can do. Give them, for week 1, do these 4 workouts, week 2, do these 4 workouts, and then put that on your, whether it's buy me a coffee or however you do it, and just put a little charge on, like $5, or just donate, make a donation. So somebody might donate $2, somebody might donate $5. You could even have it set up that they can just take it, and maybe some people won't donate, but it's a way to get you started, and you're creating products, you have no overhead, and you're offering something of substance to people that are following you, which puts you, again, a level up on a lot of other YouTubers out there. Fitness by Emily. Just catching up here again, guys. Senior Shape Fitness, good morning. All the buy me a coffee information, is that what you're looking for? That's all, if you can see up in this corner, it's just basically buymeacoffee.com/Regan Rogerson. And it's all up there. And again, the channel's only been up, or that platform's only been up for a few days now, but I'll be adding a lot more stuff over the course of time to it. And then it'll be constantly evolving with new information, new people you can reach out to, new text documents, stuff like that, just based on my experiences and what I've gone through, both I've been on the talent relations side, and I've been on this side, and So I'm pretty good at navigating those areas. Um, yeah, Emily, definitely check out Buy Me a Coffee. Val, all that info is on Buy Me a Coffee. It's all basically up there in the extras section of Buy Me a Coffee. Yeah, I've seen a lot of your stuff on Instagram, Panther. It's very well produced. Looks nice. And if you're getting saves, I've actually read just recently that on Instagram, they no longer judge success on that platform as by likes. It's judged by save. That's how the Instagram algorithm works now. If your content is getting saved, they're going to promote it more. That's a new thing that's just basically come out because they feel the likes thing is just not working anymore because everybody likes each other's stuff just for the sake of liking it. But if somebody's saving it, there's obviously an interest in that content. No problem, FYT. Like I said, if you've ever got questions, this is the place to ask them. I mean, I've also got my contact info out there as well. And feel free to connect. FYT, sub your channel, excited to see your content. All right, am I finally caught up? Kim, I'm still waiting to. I'm still looking for your question about 2-camera shooting. I actually want to answer it. I'm excited. Let me know what it is. I can't find it in here anyway. I don't know if I can. Maybe that's why. Let me see. I'll do one more thing here, see if I can find it, Kim. Yeah, I've gone top to bottom, hit your goals, and I cannot find your question. And again, guys, if you're just popping in here, check out some of the channels from people. Everybody that's in that chat is basically a YouTube fitness creator. This, to me, I always say is kind of the safe house. Follow each other. You know, give each other a subscribe, watch each other's videos now and again. This is an easy. I hate the whole like for a like stuff and people trying to do that in comment section and stuff. I just think it looks cheap. But in here we can do that. We all have the same goals of growing our channels, and you guys should support one another. And you can kind of see what other people are doing. You can piggyback off other people's ideas. You're not in competition with one another because you're all uniquely different for sure. So it's a great way just to kind of bump up your subscribers a little bit each week and get to that monetized platform a lot quicker. You just sent it again? I'm not getting it, Kim. That's so weird. Did you swear in your comment? Maybe there. You didn't say stop the steal in your question, did you, Kim? Send it to me in email and I'll look at it or something. But I'll still answer it on here. When you get into 2-camera shooting, that's a lot of fun to do. And again, like I'm one of the videos that I've got to get done. I 2-3 months ago, I did a video on basically the setup for doing affordable, professional quality fitness videos from your phone. And I did part 1 of a 3-part series, and I never did the other 2 parts. So my next part is actually filming a video, and I'm going to do it with my phone as my master camera, a GoPro as my second camera, and I'm going to put my GoPro onto a small little dolly track, and I'm going to get my 8-year-old daughter to actually run that track just to show that anybody can do it. And the second camera is always optional, but I'm just going to put it in there anyway so people can see the difference that it can make if you've got the, enough space that you can actually set something like that up. For many of you, it's a matter of you're shooting with one camera because you have limited space, which is understandable. So for that, you'll just watch the master camera. But yeah, I still have to do that. Then there's going to be a third part to that series, which will be editing your workouts. So I will get there. You use brand names of cameras. I can't see how that would matter, but very strange. I can try and guess your question, Kim. Oh, that's great, Sharon. Yeah, one of the things we spoke about last week, if you weren't here, was liability insurance for YouTube. It kind of came up when we were talking about certifications, it was definitely a hot topic. I actually took excerpts of that topic and posted it as little shorts on the channel this week. Yeah, having a certification and having some form of liability insurance as a trainer are pretty important. I would guess the majority of people do not have it, but certainly it's, accidents happen and blame can be put on you, and you have to be cautious of that. How do I make the footage look the same with like a 2-camera workout, Kim? Basically, it's just a matter of making sure you try and shoot it with the same like frame rate, whether it's you're doing like 1080 high definition or 4K, that sort of thing. If I would say there's a tricky part to 2-camera shoots, it's color balancing. But even with that, I really like when I do my shoots in here of workouts, I use 3 cameras. I do 3-camera shoots, and 2 of the cameras are Sony's and one of them is a Canon, and they have, they're very different cameras, so I have to do a lot of color balancing, and I will do some to make sure it's somewhat the same in terms of like richness and contrast and color, but I don't obsess over it because I really don't think spending 2 hours on color grading a workout video for YouTube is going to make a difference in views. So I kind of do as close as I can, and then I just export it and go, because you have to realize when you're doing this is that quality is important, but you also want to be pumping out as many workouts as you can. And if you're spending a lot of extra time obsessing over color balancing, I don't think it's going to make a difference in views or watch time or any of those measurables that you're going to be judged on YouTube. But yeah, you can email me the question, Kim, and we'll sidebar about it. But that would be, as far as trying to make it look the same, that's what I would do. The other thing is sometimes you, like if you're shooting 4K on one camera and 1080 on another camera, you may have to increase the size of the 1080 shot. And so it's the same size as the 4K shot, but you have to make sure that when you blow that shot up, that it's not going to start blurring it out because it's different perspectives and stuff. So there's a few little things there, but we'll definitely talk. Have a good day at work, Annaline. Oh. Yeah, if you have no one to, as Annaline mentioned above there, if you have no one else to hold the second camera for you, you can have it as a stationary shot, and it's there for you. It doesn't have to be necessarily moving, or have it on a second tripod, that sort of thing, or you don't have to use it at all. If you're shooting 4K, you can still do multiple camera angles. I have clients that are in the US who send me GoPro footage, and I will actually take that footage and I will turn it in, like, It'll be I'll make your master shot, and then you can zoom in for second shot, because you can punch in 4K footage and not have any loss in resolution, which allows you to kind of move it around and just to break up the shots a bit, so it's not that one static shot. So that's, you don't necessarily have to have multiple cameras. That can be a lot of work, but it's an option that I'll probably show people just so they can see how it's done. Val, you spend way too much time editing. Yeah, the editing can be tricky. That's why it's kind of nice to get into a bit of a template. That's one of the reasons why I really enjoy the live streams every week is this. I don't have to edit. This I just come on. It's the same setup as my videos, but I just talk. I don't have to be perfect. It's kind of raw, and then it's giving me the ability to pull interesting little topics out of this and create other little videos. So I'm uploading, almost 5-6 times a week now. So it's kind of a way to increase efficiency, get more content out there, and most importantly, I think it's great that I'm able to get your questions. Instead of me guessing the topics, I'm able to actually hear about your questions. You guys are giving me ideas for videos now, which only helps what I'm putting out there as well. Where are we at, guys? I'm not even sure how long we've been on now. 82 minutes. We're flying today. Any other questions? All you guys managed to subscribe to one another? Four hours editing, Kim. That's pretty normal, but it is a lot. And again, especially because you have been putting out a lot of content recently. That's why I've said different times that you're tailor-made for live streaming. You should, take one edit a week out of there and replace that with a live stream workout. I think it would benefit both in time and watch time and subscribers. Watch the live stream video I did, Val. It's a pretty easy setup. I'm not sure the connection with how it would work with a phone, but particularly if you were to pick up a DSLR camera, it's a pretty easy setup. Like when I did that video, I actually set it up with my 10-year-old Canon DSLR camera, and it was a very good quality shot. So it doesn't have to be a big expensive camera. It just may have to be a DSLR, and then you run the cable, and all the stuff's listed there that you could pick up. The whole setup is under $200, and you'd be able to put out a lot more content, and it wouldn't look that different from what you're doing now in terms of just setting up the shot and that sort of thing. So definitely something to consider. Did I miss anybody else's questions? As I said, I can talk all day. You guys name the topic and we'll rap about it. My puppies are being good right now. They're snapping, so I got time. Oh, Kim, you ordered your live stream equipment. That's awesome. I hope you use my affiliate links. But yeah, once you get that stuff, and then I'll be able to help you with the setup on it as well. And yeah, you can just pick at it, Val. You can get, little little bits of equipment at a time and set it up, and it may cost you a couple $100 out of the gate, but then when you're able to post 2-3 extra workouts a week without any of the editing time going into it, you'll be feeling pretty good about that. No problem, Sharon. Did you do a new thumbnail? I'll have to check out your channel. No problem, Val. These are for asking questions. Did I miss any of your questions? But if any of you guys are looking at the live stream as something for your channels, that recent live stream video I did really, I think, is a pretty good breakdown of affordable gear that works. It's the same stuff I'm using right now, and from the best I can tell, the quality here is pretty good. And I don't think there's any lagging really and stuff. You guys can tell me if you're getting it on your end, but in total I spent less than $200 to set this up, and it's a big difference from relying on your phone to go live on a wireless internet connection. I'm hardlined right now. I'm using a Sony mirrorless camera and an OBS software, and it takes me a few minutes to set it up. And really the main thing that I'm getting used to is actually just the YouTube studio component of it, which, you know, this is the 4th time we've done this now, and it never happens perfect. Like every time, again, right now my actual YouTube studio is frozen. It's been frozen this whole time. But so I'm just watching this on the main feed like you guys are. And then I've got my OBS on my other laptop. So, but it's getting a little better every week. Mic for live streaming. The one that I'm using now, this is just made by Newer. And I think these are probably about $60 for the whole setup. And this plugs right into my laptop. I've got that little laptop extender that gives me 4 more ports on my laptop. I plug it in, and then I just basically, when I search for an audio device on OBS, and when I do that, it recognizes this mic. I click it, it's the mic I'm going to use, and then I'm off to it. But this works nice for me. It's affordable. There's far more expensive ones you can buy, but this is great for me. I don't need this kind of mic for anything else, so I'm not going to go out and buy an overly expensive one. And I use this for client live streams as well. The only thing I have different is I've actually, now I see what you're saying, Kim, because you're looking for wireless for doing workouts. So I'm actually thinking vlog right now. I'm not thinking. I'll have to get back to you on that one. It's probably going to have to be either a Bluetooth setup, or you may have to set the microphone up as, like, I have a client that I do live streams on Facebook for toy auctions, and what I purchased was it's an actual microphone stand, so I can go up high, and I've got the microphone right over his head, but off the shot. It's out of the shot, and it's right above him. So he basically does his talking, and so I can show you that setup. That's one way to do it. Or we can look at wireless Bluetooth options as well. The easiest would probably be to do a stand and have it actually kind of like a boom mic over your head. But again, it'll come down to space in the room. I don't even think in your room it would matter if the boom mic was showing, as long as it's out of your way. I don't think anybody would think twice of it. So that could be a better option for you. But I can send you links to what you would need. The only thing you would need different is a longer actual microphone cord. So we'll talk about that. See you later, Val. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great day. We'll be talking. Canon camera, wireless Bluetooth. I'm looking at your question here now, Sharon. I'm not sure. I've got wireless microphones. I've never tried to connect them to my Mac. If it's a Bluetooth microphone, then you should be able to connect it to your Mac. It shouldn't be an issue. If it's not a Bluetooth, then like if it's got a microphone and it's got a receiver that has to plug into something, I'm not sure how that works. If you want to show me sort of what you're using, I can kind of look into it for you and find out. Because that'll be the tricky part for doing the workouts is your audio. Just making sure that it's working good for you. Yeah, Kim, I think the boom with the stand, I mean, that's definitely what I'm most familiar with. And the stand I bought is really good. I can take a picture and show it to you or send you the link. wasn't too expensive. It might be a little bit bigger than what you would want in your room. But there's also, I know there's some places where you can get boom mics that you can actually screw into a wall. So rather than having an actual stand, you might actually be able to have a hook on the wall that you actually clamp the microphone on when you're doing a workout, and it just hangs down. That might be easier in terms of taking up less space in your room and keeping things kind of tidy. So that's an option too. I'll look up some options today for you and try and send you an email with that. Yeah, if it's one with the receiver, then you have to connect your microphone to the receiver. So the receiver's got to be plugged into the laptop. So that could be your problem. Like I use Sennheiser mics, and they're great for filming, but for live streams, not as much. So you may have to look into either a boom microphone or some sort of a wireless audio, so you're not just being taken from your camera and mic. No problem, Sharon. Anything else, guys, you can think of? Seems like people are the questions are slowing down. Well, I'll leave it at that for this week, guys, unless I see a question in the next 30 seconds. Like I said, anytime you guys got questions, feel free to reach out. If you're looking for information on possible product sponsorships or chances to review equipment, stuff like that, I've got that on the Buy Me a Coffee profile that I set up, which is up in this corner here. Just buymeacoffee.com/Regan Rogerson. And there's also email templates and a few other things, and I'll be adding more stuff there. So feel free to check it out if you'd like to. And thank you, Kim. Have a great day. And thanks to all you guys for coming out. Hope you all have a great day and a great week. And like I said, don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions and things like that. That's what I'm here for. And I will see you all next Wednesday, same time. And we will talk fitness, and we will talk about a whole bunch of other stuff that's happening. So look forward to catching up with you guys again soon. Don't forget as well, if you haven't already, connect with me on Instagram at Regan Rogerson. It is in this corner. And easy spot to get a hold of me as well, and I post stuff about what I'm doing on this channel there as well. So, all right, guys, I will leave it at that. Have a great day, Sharon, as well. Have a great day to all of you, and I will catch up with you all soon. Take care, and see you later.